Hi, I'm Sage, and today we're going to be talking about something that has powerful effects on our health, and most people don't even really think about it that much. And it can be really helpful or really harmful depending on what you're doing. And that is the kind of light you're getting exposed to throughout the day and into the night. Now, to start, think about this. Evolutionarily, we evolved to deal with two sources of light and warmth and heat. That is the sun and fire. Right? So we're used to seeing the sun during the day, which is a really full spectrum light going all the way into the infrared range. And it's primarily blue, and you only see it during the day. You're not seeing the sun at nighttime, and you're generally going to sleep at least a couple of hours after the sun goes down, unless you're in the extreme north or extreme south regions of the world where it during some times of the year it will stay late. It'll stay light super late. But generally, you are used to going to bed and going to sleep when it's completely dark, or maybe a little bit of light coming from the moon and the stars and things of that nature, but way weaker than you would have during the day. Now, if you think about the light that we're generally being exposed to at nighttime in our modern world, for example, the light coming from our computer, the lights in our home, even street lights, it's very blue. It's a very narrow spectrum of blue, and something that signals to our body much more that it's daytime rather than nighttime. So it's actually going to be suppressing melatonin production and not allowing our bodies to transition into that more chilled out sleep phase at night. And then during the daytime, we're also being exposed to that same indoor, what they call junk light, that narrow spectrum blue light that is not really stimulating us in the proper way to realize that it's daytime. It's just kind of in a no man's land in between that affects even all the way down to your mitochondria, your energy producers in your cells in a negative way. So during the daytime, you want to get outside, be exposed to some sunlight, look up at the sky, not at the sun, but you can look up at the sky is really good. And at nighttime, you want to stay away from the blue lights. You may be thinking, well, how am I going to do that? I like to use my computer at night, or I'm not going to just turn off all the lights in my house just because it's nighttime and try to walk around in the dark holding a candle. So the way that we can do this is on your computer, you can download software called Flux, F-L-U-X. And what this does is it shifts the light spectrum on your computer to make it much more red and not show as much blue. So for me, I can instantly feel it. If you switch over to that, you feel so much more relaxed throughout your entire body. And if you turn it off and go back to the blue, it's like a total assault on your system. It totally throws you into shock. And so you'll really appreciate how much that red spectrum of light is doing for you. You can also get special glasses called blue blockers that are going to have an orange or dark red lenses that are going to block out those blue wavelengths of light and help make your body realize it's nighttime. And it's almost like tricking your body into thinking you're sitting around the tribal fire in the old days. It's really pressing on some deep evolutionary buttons to get the red light at night instead of the blue. And then last but not least, when you get into your bedroom at night, you want to make sure there's no light hitting you at all. You want to make sure there's no little LEDs from your computer charging across on the other side of the room, no light coming in the window from the neighbor's flood lamp outside next door. And so you want to, number one, get some blackout curtains, and number two, make sure there's no light coming from anywhere in the room. And you may think, oh, well, it's okay, I'll just put on a dark eye mask. But this, even though it helps, is not going to do the full job because you actually have photoreceptors in your skin. So even if your eyes are covered, if your skin is exposed and it's having light landing on it, it's still signaling to your nervous system that it's daytime and it shouldn't really be producing too much melatonin and it shouldn't be going into real deep stages of sleep. So during the daytime, you want to not get too much artificial indoor light. Get some good natural outdoor sunlight to signal to your body that it is daytime and you should be going through all the natural healthy bodily functions of daytime, producing vitamin D, which is one of the greatest hormone. Essentially, they call it vitamin D, but essentially it acts as a hormone that triggers so many components of your genetics. That's really magnificent. And then at nighttime, stay away from the blue lighting. Don't spend too much time on the computer. And if you are spending time on the computer at night, make sure you install Flux. And on your phone, on Apple, they have night shift. It's a similar thing. It turns everything a bit more red and less blue. So those are essentials for nighttime. And then make sure while you're actually sleeping that you get it as close to complete darkness as possible. They say you don't want to be able to see your hand if you're holding it up in front of your face. That's really the way you test it out and see if you darkened your environment successfully. So give some of these things a try. Let us know down in the comments how you like them, and I'd be honored if you guys would share this video with your friends. Thanks so much, and hope you guys have an incredible night's sleep with lots of red light and no blue light.